Hi, I'm Neil Ellis, your Member of Parliament for the Bay of Quinte. And today I'm here to talk about some of the measures that we've done on COVID-19. This is my third show, so I'm not going to repeat myself on some other things, but today I'd like to talk about funding that happened this week. As we're well aware, we have an agriculture background in the riding, and yesterday we announced money for farmers and producers in the riding. I've had quite a bit of calls in my office about food insecurity, about dumping milk, about potatoes going bad, and food in general not making it to market. So part of this, where we're starting, and the other thing we've heard is slaughterhouses are at capacity or been closing, so they are backed up. So our first is our processing fund, which is $77.5 million. This is to help modernize the facilities. It's also to help automate and run longer shifts at any of the meat packing plants. It's also helps purchase PPE equipment and to basically set up their plants for social distancing. This will help keep the food supply going and will help our plants prepare for COVID-19. We have a bottleneck right now at slaughterhouses. As I said before, cattle and pork sectors are behind. We are about right now at I believe about 50% behind in beef, and we're about 20% behind in hogs. What we introduced to the sector yesterday was $1.25 million. This is matched by the province also. What it's to do is help for feed costs, to keep the animals longer, and therefore being able to save the farmers and be able to help out. This was done in about 2004 when we had mad cow disease, and it's a program that works. Another thing about dumping milk that I mentioned, there's farmers that have been dumping milk. This has been alarming to a lot of people, but the situation is with restaurants closed, we have a surplus supply of milk. Cows have to be milked every day, and so we've had the dumping of milk. What we've done yesterday was to lend the Canadian Dairy Commission $200 million. They're funded around 300 right now. That would be $500 million total. What we've asked the farmers is we're going to produce cheese and milk powder with the milk and store it. Cheese is used more at Christmas, so this again will be a loan to the Dairy Commission, and will hopefully rectify the situation of dumping milk. We also are starting a surplus food program. This is to help communities. $50 million program for surplus food. We want to bridge supports between producers and people in need for lack of food, bridge the gap and distribute food again for people in need through food banks and through other areas. So this will be a project that gets food from the fields to the table. There has been a labor shortage in the farming industry. As you're well aware, farmers rely on temporary foreign workers, especially in this riding, to pick grapes and agriculture products. There's been a shortage, and with COVID-19, it's been tough to get temporary foreign workers into the country. Right now, we have about 11,000 are here. At this time last year, we had about 15,000 workers. These workers are needed in our area to help our wineries. I'd like to now touch on student loans, or what we've done for students. We've discovered, or we analyzed that if we didn't do something, we looked at a decline of about 30% in college and university enrollment for next year. So first out of what we've done is we've deferred all payments on student loans and all interest on student loans. We've come out in the last week with the student wage subsidy. This is $1,200 a month, which works out to about $7 an hour. A lot of students are not going to be able to, university-bound students and university students are not going to be able to get summer jobs this year. This will help them. They're allowed to work and make money on top of this. And hopefully the enrollment at Loyalist, especially at Loyalist College, will be as high as it was last year. It's very important to keep Loyalist healthy. It is definitely a jewel in our community. Also, we're doubling grants for student loans. So next year this year when they apply for student loans, whatever they're entitled to will be doubled. So we're doubling the grant. That's all I have for this week. Looking forward to next week. Stay safe, and hopefully we can get through this together. Thank you.